What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolfcrier here, and today we're going to be talking about my 5 favorite add-ons for Path of Exile. All these links will be in that description below, and if you're a PC Path of Exile player like I am, you're definitely going to want to check some of these out. Because although they're not going to make you better at Path of Exile, overall they have definitely improved my experience playing this game. So let's jump right in. First up, if you are playing Path of Exile, you are going to want a loot filter because as you get into endgame, the amount of trash items that is going to clutter up your screen is going to be absolutely insane. So you're definitely going to want some type of way to filter out all the trash loot that you get. And I personally find that Neversink's loot filter is absolutely amazing. And you can get this right over on filterblade.xyz. It's all customizable. You can change the way things look. Use some of the presets that are already there. You can set the strictness. You can change up the style a bit. You can change up the sound presets, which is amazing, and you can customize it yourself with your own colors. It's a pretty easy to use website, and then you just download it, save it into your Path of Exile folder, and you've got it right down here on your loot filters. I personally name this one as Synthesis. And Neversink always updates his loot filter for every single league, so you're pretty good to go. You just download the one that's already there in your favorite color set, or like I said, you can customize it and get it right into the game. Filter out all that trash loot, and you don't have to worry about that. You can pick up what you want and focus on stuff that's going to make you currency and that sort of thing to get your build going and all that. And I gotta say, overall, it's my favorite loot filter that I've come across. So Neversink's loot filter over at filterblade.xyz. Another program that you're going to want in your arsenal when it comes to playing Path of Exile is Path of Building. Now, a lot of the build guides that are out there for you have a Path of Building pastebin link that you just bring into this. You import it right into it. It's going to show you all of the passive tree, how they path to different portions of your tree. It's going to lay out all of your skill setups. It's going to show you all the items that they're using, and it's going to give you an overall DPS that this build can give, as well as health and that sort of thing. Not only that, but you can actually take your own and import it right into it. So I can take my current lightning tendrils build and import the passive tree and import all the skills. And I can see that my lightning tendrils is going to have 270,000 DPS. I can go into the configuration. I can set Infusion to active. I can enable Wrath. I can put my Wave of Conviction exposure type to lightning. I can say that the enemy's shocked, and now I'm at 347,000 DPS. I can be leeching energy shield, which is going to bump that up to almost 500,000 DPS with the current gear I have. I can then take and route out how I want to go as far as next on my tree without actually spending the passive points, and I can see where that'll take me as far as the level goes. So at level 94, I can bump this up to 543,000 DPS without even changing any of the skills or items. This is only 5 linked. I can take and go in and look at my lightning tendrils. I can add that 6th link. Let's say I want to put concentrated effect into it. Boom, I'm at 837,000 DPS. Now my life's a little low. I could always take a look at the tree and see, all right, maybe I can grab these right over here. What's that going to bump my life up to? 5,500. That's not too shabby. I would probably want to do some more fiddling around and see where it goes, how I can get that life up, probably on my items, because my items are still not where I want them to be. But Path of Building is such an amazing way to plan out your builds, see what it's going to do, see if you're going to waste your time. Now, we do have to say that Path of Building does tend to waste a lot of time. I mean, I get addicted to trying to create builds, trying to get their DPS up, make sure my health is okay. So it can actually become a game in itself and take up a little bit of your time, but it is a very, very useful tool. And another useful tool that's out there is Trade Macro. Now this is going to let me hit Control D and I can now see what this Empower is going for currently. Currently, there's some on the market for 18 chaos, 19 chaos, that area. The average price is 19.72. The median price is 20 chaos. So I know that this will sell for about 18 to 19 chaos. Now this works very well for named items like uniques or gems, that sort of thing. And it'll give you what it's going for actually currently on POE.trade. And it works a little bit less for rares when you hit Control D, but it will tell me that this wand goes for about 10.56 chaos top end. But you can also open it up on POE prices and get a better idea of what it's going for. Its recommended price is 5 chaos. You can even go back in, hit Control Alt D. This is going to bring up another window, and you can look at it this way. Let's say you want to change some of these. You want to look for spell damage. You want to look for added lightning damage to spells. You want to look for increased attack speed, and open it up on POE trade. This is going to open up POE trade. You can see that the lowest one on here is 10 chaos. So maybe it's worth a little bit more than POE price was going to give me. So maybe I'd put this up for 10 chaos, but it is a very, very useful app to use for getting that information as far as trading goes, what things might go for on the market, which brings us to the next one. Let's go ahead and sell this Empower. We're going to sell it for, we know it'll sell for at least 18. So let's go ahead and change this to 17 chaos because we want to sell it pretty quick. And this way I can show you Mercury trade, which is my favorite of all of these things that I use because Mercury trade takes a lot of the work out of trading for you. So boom, we're putting it up, 17 chaos. We're going to wait for Mercury trade to work its magic. Hopefully we don't get a ton of people PMing us and wanting this item, but this is the way that I'm going to show off Mercury trade. And there we have it. Somebody wants our Empower. It made a nice little notification. Tells us where it is, etc. We can hit this button here and invite them right to our party. Not only that, but the second we do that, puts this little thing right here. We go to our for sale one. We can highlight that and it shows us exactly where that Empower is or whatever it is that we're selling. We can bring it right out. We can hit this button here as soon as they're in our hideout, just like so, and that'll do the trading for us. As soon as he accepts the trade, that is. Maybe he's having trouble loading in. We're going to go ahead and give him that Empower. Boom, 17 chaos, that quick. We don't even have to type. We just hit thanks. And that was pretty much it. Now, this can also be used for trading yourself. And now we're getting even more notifications, so we can let them know that it is sold. We could even hit this button here and whisper the player. And it'll automatically bring them up here so that we can type to them. We can say thanks, no thanks. We can let them know 1 minute and then we'll be right with them. Maybe we're in a delve or maybe we're in the memory nexus, that sort of thing. And overall, this is an amazing add-on for Path of Exile, especially when it comes to trading. And it's just very, very useful. When you personally do a trade, when you're buying something, there'll be a button for you to click to go right to their hideout. You don't even have to click on their name over here or their faceplate. Right click and press visit hideout. You can just press one button once you're into the party and it'll teleport you right over to their hideout. It's pretty awesome. I love Mercury trade, and that link, like I said, will be down in that description below. And the last add-on that I want to talk about is Currency Cop. Now, I personally love Currency Cop because I do a lot of delve farming and I'd like to see how much currency I've made during one run or one set amount of sulfite. That way I can compare how I'm doing, that sort of thing, and I can actually take a look at my fossil tab here and see that it is now worth 17.26 chaos, and it breaks it down each price, etc. I can look at my currency tab and see how much is in there. Right now, my entire currency tab breaks down to about 604 chaos worth of currency in here, with exalteds being 133. Chaos is obviously just 1. This guy wants our empower again. We're going to tell him, nope, sold. We'll be done. And we'll go back to currency cop. And you can take a look at your portfolio name. You can either name it yourself or generate a brand new one. You can look at synthesis league. Which tab do I want to do? I want to look at my essence tab. Let's see how much my essence tab is worth. Once I hit that, it's going to take a look, and there it is. 62 chaos is what all of my essences are worth. I don't have a ton of essences because I've been using them for crafting, etc. But overall, Currency Cop is yet another one of those very useful add-ons for Path of Exile. I personally love it. Like I said, I like to compare how much currency I've made in each delve run, that sort of thing. And for me, it's very useful. But overall, I'm going to have to say that my favorite is still Mercury Trade. Takes a lot of the social aspect out of trading because, hey, we're playing a video game. We're trying to get stuff done. The least amount of typing that we can do and the least amount of work we can do while we're doing our trades definitely is very helpful. I got a lot of requests for what I was running during my last delve video. So that's why I decided to make this video to show you guys some of the things that I use to improve my overall experience playing this game. Love Path of Exile, but it's got a lot of nuances that I'd rather make easier. And these 5 things definitely do that. So like I said, links will be down in that description down below. And I definitely want to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I always greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know down in that comment section if there's any of these that you really look forward to using, or if you are looking forward to more Path of Exile videos from me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again, and you all have a fantastic day. Peace.